Good morning, guys. This is Coin Run, and let's look at what's going on in the Bitcoin and Ethereum markets. Today is June 20th, and yes, it was Father's Day. I hope you guys had a good Father's Day. I am all rested up, and I did make some trades yesterday. I started entering a short position into Ethereum based on what I was seeing, and I'll show you on my Twitter where my entries were. Are these timestamp 5:13 a.m.? Hmm. No, this is not right. I have to change the settings on my Twitter. It wasn't 5:13 a.m. when I answered that short. I do remember where it was on the chart though. On the chart, let's look here. It was right here. Yeah. I'm entering a short here. The reason why I entered this short is because this is a reverse head and shoulders fail. No, the reason why I thought it was going to fail is because there's still bad developments going on with the Ethereum and DAO. Now there's, during this pattern formation, which is actually bullish, should have made its way up. It was developments coming out from private people making articles, and I posted one of those on my Twitter. It's a good read. You should check it out. Um, where it's not entirely the DAO's fault. It's partially Ethereum's fault due to the way that the code is written. And this is something that is not resolved yet, and it's going to take some time. And there hasn't been many developments come from the DAO, which there has. The thing that's happening with the DAO right now is they're making a bunch of blog posts begging people to allow a hard fork. But the Ethereum community doesn't want a hard fork because they'd be bailing out a company, and it really just stands against everything that they stand for. We can look more into that. It's a really long discussion. Maybe I'll make a video, tell you what my thoughts are on it. I am pretty against the hard fork because I don't want the hacker or the thief to get away with the money, but um, it just sets a precedent with these digital currencies that it's not really decentralized, because if there is a mistake, uh, if a company that builds on top of the decentralized currency, which is Ethereum's protocol, and they make a mistake or inside job or whatever, um, that there'll always be a bailout, and that just doesn't stand. That doesn't go well with the investors of Ethereum. So hence the move down that it made. It's a tough situation for Ethereum and the DAO. So it's interesting to see what comes out of this. But during this blog post that I posted on my Twitter, this guy came out explaining that he was actually looking into doing the same attack, and that it was bound to happen. He saw the flaw in the code as well. And as soon as that article came out, we started having some selling. So I showed it there. And once this happened, I kind of knew this was going to happen, because now we have these two tops here that form a pennant, and we should have this price action um, go all the way here and create this tight wedge here where it's either going to make a move up or down. I'm betting that it's going down, and sometimes these things like to squeeze to the upside, but I don't think there's enough development yet for investors to say, okay, I'm going to put my money back into Ethereum. So Ethereum is worth just about $1 billion still. It's still a little bit heavy in valuation due to all the code problems that Ethereum has, and all the potential of investors losing money because they might get dumped on by a hacker. So who knows? Who knows what comes out of this? I'll be watching it very closely. But I did short it there, and then I shorted again here. I didn't catch the top, but I was watching it, little mini head and shoulders, boom, a little sell off. I shorted probably in this area here when I got confirmation at the neckline, uh, which I posted that there, half size. So now I'm at half size at that post, and where's it at? There it is. And I shorted again here when it reached close to my top line here. I shorted at 15.69, I think it was. I didn't catch the top on that neither, but I got one more ad left. And this last ad will be if this decides to squeeze up a bit and go to 0.645 pretty much. I'll short there again. And we should have it move downward to here. Maybe I should draw out a couple scenarios for you as to what can happen, what might happen. So let's pull out my tools. All right, so this might be a little mini head and shoulder. That's what I'm looking at. If this is a little mini head and shoulder, shoulder, head, and then another shoulder, then we should have some more push down. I'd be looking at something like this. That's what I'd be looking at. This is what I'm potentially looking for. I'd like to cover down here at 0.010. I think that's where this thing is eventually going. Short term, it might go even lower than that, unfortunately, for you Ethereum investors. It might go higher from here. Who knows? Something might come out of it. I'll also be looking for another potential pattern where it comes down. Let's see. It comes down. This is another potential pattern that might occur. And then we should have something like this happen. All right. Or another potential pattern, I'm pretty bearish on this, would be it respect that the potential of the top should be here. We could have something like this. So we have to be ready for what might happen. Just try, if you guys are trading with me, just trying to make these different colors. Help you not get shaken out because the volatility is huge. A very small position can turn into a very big loss with this volatility and the range that it's trading in. So these are three different paths or projections that I think might happen. If the orange one happens, this is going to keep going sideways, and then it might go up. But we'll see what happens. We look at the Fibonacci levels right now on Ethereum. Let me clear out the chart. All right. We have what's showing it trying to consolidate or reclaim the 38% Fibonacci level, which is not really a well-respected level, so it's surprising to even see that. But I think it's going to fail that. It's just trying to, and it's failing, I think. Let's look at it on a longer time frame. Yeah. If this continues to hold here, it could just pop up. So I'm watching closely on it. It's a risky short. If you're new at this, I wouldn't recommend taking this short. Just be careful if you are. I wouldn't use too much size. But if it does work out as planned, it should be a nice gain. It should come down to here, 0.010. All right, that's what I'm looking at for Ethereum. Let's look at Bitcoin. Let's look at CNY. Nope. Clear out my charts. DCCNY. Bitcoin. OKCoin is probably the best place to trade Bitcoin. The spreads are usually reasonable, and you have 20 times leverage if you have a small account. You can easily multiply that. You can also easily lose that whole entire account too. So it's good to know what you're doing if you are trading there. But simple trend line, this is what I've been looking at. Potential of a trend, the start of a trend here. So this could keep coming, it could come down and keep going chop side to side, or this could go straight up. I have no position in this right now other than my Bitcoin holdings. If we look at the fib levels, let's see where we're at with that. So if we look here, let's change this to 4 hours so we get a bigger view. All right, so this is where this breakout started from. And that's where you want to chart out from, in my opinion. We'll take this. So, if this does come down, roughly, what is that? 5% from where it's at right now, I wouldn't panic. I'd actually buy the dip down here and really just ride this until it goes up. You're starting to have CNBC, and this is also another potential trend, by the way, where it holds this trend right here and goes up. That's another potential. Starting to have CNBC and different news outlets call this a safe haven. So you want to be careful now. A lot of times it's just a way for big dollars or big money to get out of the trades, of their trade. But this could keep bulling. This could keep pushing. So this is what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. Not much right now. If I see anything, I'll post a trade on my Twitter. My Twitter is twitter.com/officialcoinrun. I post all my entries and my exits on my Twitter. And if you have any questions for me, you can comment down below, or you can go on my Twitter and send me a message, and I'll be sure to respond back to you guys. Thank you.